happened? I think he was out of basic lands there at the end.
Wait, so if he had Golgari Charm as the last card in his hand, then when he chumped the Loxodon Smiter, he could have just blocked it with everybody and then Golgari Charm to regenerate his team, right? And then activated his Township, and then on his turn activated Township.
I didn't know people had this deck. Like, you know, I didn't know
He would have 4 guys in play. And it would have been too short of lethal. It wouldn't have been lethal. Man, that was a close game. There were so many turns where like both people were like 1 off.
Do you want me to move
2 off.
And it really felt, it looked like it was going to be impossible for
Brian to beat.
For Strada to lose that game, but just like the strategic attack, just get in there, force you to start chomping and force you to start thinking about what's going to happen if you try to kill me.
Yeah, using Exalted triggers so they're at maximum value,
and
so that you have favorable blocks every turn. Just really strong play from Kibler there.
And
Kibler's
also,
good. He's real good.
Yeah, and also, Estrada had to think about, because we saw how important it was that he gets his mana. You know, he's like, well, if I'm going to use 5 mana to activate this Gavany Township every turn, I don't have anything left to fortify my position on the ground. Like one chump blocker on the ground might have been the difference in that game for him.
Yeah.
Right? I think, are we going to be able to switch to another game here? Oh, we're looking at the other game right now, in fact.
So it's Calcano on the left against a Michael Jacob?
I think it's Michael Jacob, yeah. Of Stream Team fame.
Michael Jacob, somewhat decorated player.
Yeah,
Pro Tour top 8 competitor, national champion.
World team champion.
Yeah.
World team champion. Along with Sam Black and Paul Cheon.
He has top 8 in multiple Moxes, Magic Online Championship Series events. Interesting story, actually.
Calcano's up 1 game, 0 here.
Okay. When Brad Nelson won the Mox, the Magic Online Championship Series event, he was playing a deck designed by Michael Jacob.
Oh, really?
And in the Swiss, he happened to get paired against Michael Jacob. And because he was playing a deck that Michael gave him, Brad conceded to Michael Jacob and then went on to win the event anyway.
Easy game.
The deck was very good.
Yeah, what was the deck?
It was the Rug block deck.
Oh, that deck was great.
It was the Oracle Moldiah
Lotus
thing.
Cobra, like turn 2 Lotus Cobra would turn into turn 3 Oracle of Moldiah and Jace, right? Like.
Yeah, it was scary stuff. An Oracle Moldiah with Jace is just so good.
Yeah.
I'll put these lands back on top of my library, thank you.
Okay. Chris Calcano is going to lead off with Inquisition of Kozilek. Michael just puts his Liliana the Veil over there, shows him Batterskull and Obstinate Baloth, a white-bordered swamp, and I guess that's about it. Is he mulliganed to 5 that game?
Yeah, it looks like Michael is mulliganed into oblivion here.
You mulligan this game, correct?
It's especially rough to mulligan like that when your opponent's
he
playing
mulliganed
discard
to 5 and then discarded, like, you know.
His card that costs less than 4.
Yeah.
But it looks like you drew a Tarmogoyf. Things could be worse.
2019.
Which is already a 3/4.
Okay.
Yeah.
With a sorcery, a land, and a planeswalker.
All right. Calcano has a Treetop Village on turn 2. And is that another Tarmogoyf for Michael? It's going to turn around fast. Looks like it is. Another Tarmogoyf off the top for Michael Jacob. Christian already down to 17 here.
Oh, well. Let's go. Yeah, Magic's an interesting game. The top of your deck sometimes has good cards on it.
It's very true. Playing a Tarmogoyf of his own. interesting choice there, playing that Tarmogoyf. Also has a Liliana in hand.
Right, he
Play the
could Liliana, force him to sacrifice one of his Tarmogoyfs,
and
fog for a turn.
Yep. And it's not like you ever want to plus Liliana anyway, because you know that Mike has Liliana has an obstinate.
You know there's an obstinate Bailoff in his hand.
Yeah, exactly. So you can just be a little more efficient with your mana. You know, the Tarmogoyf could come down with another 2-drop when you draw your 4th land.
So it looks like there is a 4th land in hand for Michael Jacob here. So which means he can just play the obstinate Bailoff.
Michael doing a little bit of math here. Says, all right. And an oh, no. All right. Instead, just chooses to. Is he cracking one at a time here? Or is he just going to.
Was he making sure he had the lands in his deck?
Probably.
Like, I hope I have the right
Wise
targets left
decision.
in my deck before I just sack both of these.
So, Michael Jacob jumping up to 23 life and advancing his board position even further with a 4-4.
Just flings it out there like, huh.
It's like, oh, I'm kind of winning this game. Who knew?
Calcano searches for his land.
And I mean, suddenly we've got a battle.
He's gonna, again, I think we're gonna see the same thing we talked about last turn. He's gonna play Liliana, eat one of these creatures, you know, hope
Fog.
to block, fog.
Murmuring Bask.
What?
Murmuring Bask. Awesome. Oh, and very nice by Calcano there. Uses the Liliana to get rid of that Batter Skull, a card that he knew was going to be a huge problem.
He knew was sitting there, yep. Which is an artifact, which also means he can eat Obstinate Bailoff here with Tarmogoyf.
Although it does mean that if either of those Tarmogoyfs gets through to Liliana, it will kill it.
I think he's comfortable with this.
I also agree. I mean, when you're at 13, you're staring down 12 points of power. It's not so bad to...
They both attack Liliana.
And let's see what Calcano can muster up here.
I feel like, yeah. Go to 12.
Yeah. Assume he's going to grab basic. That would be the Calcano thing to do. You don't want to damage yourself too much. Ooh. Oh. No. Okay. Oh, all right. Interesting.
What happened?
He grabbed a Temple Garden untapped. Put himself down to 10 here. And I guess he is taking damage in 4s, and, you know, 10 and 12 are both, you know, takes 3 4s to satisfy either of those conditions. Hops back to 12 thanks to Kitchen Finks. Making blocks pretty difficult, or making attacks pretty difficult for Michael here.
Well, again, the Obstinate Bailoff is just going to get eaten. He's just going to go down a creature if he sends it in. He sends in 2 Tarmogoyfs. Tarmogoyfs are going to bounce. Or he could actually eat a Tarmogoyf with Goyf and Kitchen Finks.
Not many good attacks here for Michael Jacob. Top of his deck could be anything. All right. Michael chooses to Flame Slash. Just passes the turn. You can go ahead and pass the turn. All right. Seems like Calcano's Liliana could begin to take this game over. No cards in Michael's hand.
Yep. So we have 1 treetop village or 2 treetop villages for Calcano too.
I think 3 in play now.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm sorry. I meant untapped. There's Bloodbraid Elf.
It's a good one. And I don't think Alcano has any cards left, so position doesn't do much.
Shad points out that, yeah, he's still checking to make sure whether or not there were sorceries in graveyards. Which there was. I think there was a Flame Slash. He's like, no reason not to cast it.
Of course. Flame Slash is so good. All right, Calcano. What do you have?
Kitchen.
And
Oh.
Ooh, ooh,
Oh.
ooh.
Wow.
All right,
That was a big turn. So he Maelstrom Pulsed all 3 Tarmogoyfs away, activated his Liliana, forced Michael Jacob to sacrifice his last creature, and then activated 2?
Activated 1 treetop village.
Yeah.
And, I mean, then he puts himself in a position where he has a Kitchen Finks and 3 treetop villages, and Michael Jacob has absolutely nothing. Both of them have no cards in hand. Pretty nice. In for 9. Michael Jacob flying down to 4 now. Pretty rough, and that's it. Christian Calcano able to take the match away. Well played by Christian.
Yeah, that was a nice game.
Sorry, I had to get the names on.
I mean,
Especially
Michael
like
Jacob
the
starts the
+1 to
match
beat
at 4.
that
So he's
Batterskull.